Hey folks, it's Wednesday James here. How's it going, everybody? I got a new process here that I'm trying to set up here. I've been doing a lot of these songs of the week about other people's songs, and I haven't spent much time doing it on my songs. I thought I would do a song and also talk about where the song came from, some of the stories behind it, anything that might be that's interesting to me, maybe interesting to you. I mean, your mileage may vary. I will mention there's also a downloadable copy of this song in MP3 form on the Patreon, patreon.com/James Hearne Music. If you want to go sign up there for, $1 a month or whatever, you can do that, and it'll take care of that. The video will be here as well, but you also can download the song if you want this version of it. I'm going to try and do one of these every week. We'll see how it goes. So anyway, welcome to the new project. What's up with that song Wednesdays? Hey everybody, it's Wednesday James here for What's Up With That Song Wednesday. Hi everyone, it's a new project for me. And so we're starting off with an older song of mine called Summer Feels Like Forever. This seems appropriate to me because it is all of a sudden 100 degrees outside, even though it's only May. Texas is a weird place. So we're going to talk about Summer Feels Like Forever for a couple minutes here. It's a song, let's go back. I was 2010, I want to say I wrote this song initially. I was working at a bank, like you do, having been laid off from the first of the only two day jobs I ever actually actively liked, and both of which laid me off, which helps to explain my lack of trust for jobs, But anyway, I was working at a bank in 2010. I'd been out of work for a bit, and I came back working as a teller. Not a great job, not the worst job I ever had, but not a great job. And I was working there over the summers in Philadelphia, and one day, I want to say probably July or August, it had been hot for a while. Now, note, it's not as hot in Philadelphia as it is here, although it is a lot more humid in Philadelphia than it is here most of the time, which sucks a lot. I don't care for humidity. Please and thank you. No, ma'am. So anyway, I was working, and we had a client heading over to talk to one of the managers, one of the floor managers. And as they were walking up and making small talk, heading to the desk, I overheard my boss say the phrase "summer feels like forever," and I thought that's an interesting phrase. This is the kind of way that I work. Is like I'll hear a series of words in odd order, and there's like a musicality to it in some way that kind of caught my attention. So I sort of wrote that, I snuck my phone out. You weren't supposed to take your phone on the floor at the bank because you could be taking pictures of money. God knows. But anyway, pulled my phone out in my corner and wrote that down real quick, and then I got home and I was thinking about the phrase and thinking about how that. When you're young, when you're a kid or a teenager even, your summer vacations feels, it's 2 months worth of time when you're not in school. It's great. It's awesome. And I had this memory, 8th grade, 9th grade, late in the, maybe not even quite the end of the school year, but damn close. So it would have been June, and pretty warm, and I recall I was walking somewhere to some friend of a friend's house with a girl I was seeing then, I think. Anyway, I just had this strong memory of the feeling of being 12 or 13 or 14, however the hell old I was, and just really just so thirsty. You're 14, 15 years old, you have no idea what to do with yourself, and you're with a lady, and you're I don't know what to do with this either, and you're kind of losing your mind. So they're just kind of playing around with that, and playing around with just the idea of being younger in the summertime, and how that, the nighttime is kind of your good speed, because your parents all go to sleep, and you kind of go out and do all your shit, and whatever, you find your make-out spots, or your whatever. So a lot of it was just kind of playing around with that, different ideas, seeing what I could get to from there. And then the chorus, the ooh, 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 oohs, I will wholeheartedly confess that I stole whole cloth from weirdly a King Missile song called Vulva Void. I didn't name that one. Yeah, King Missile's a real weird art rock kind of poetry band. John S. Hall is a great weird poet and spoken word guy. And this is the record that had Detachable Penis on it, and I listened to that record a lot when I was a kid. I think it's just interesting, and they're a weird, fun, odd band. Anyway, it's a different chord progression similar but different chord progression, but that ooh ooh ooh, like it just the chords just seemed right to me from the beginning, and then trying to think what to do over those chords, that sort of popped back into mind. I sort of thought about it for a bit. I'm like, well, I'm not stealing words, I'm not stealing an idea. I'm just gonna borrow this little straight up whole cloth borrowed from King Missile. So thanks, guys, for not suing me over that. And please don't do it now. I have even less money now than I did then. So it came in shortly before the Sobriquettes turned into The Way Home. So, of course, it was recorded for that Way Home record. And I want to say, I think it was Nick, the drummer, Nick Hughes, my dear friend who I haven't talked to in a while. My dear friend Nick, who came up with the rhythm changes and sort of made the verses kind of slanty, sort of the da 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 da. There's that sort of back and forth rhythm thing. I think that was Nick's idea to make the verses pop a little more as they go through it. I tried to reproduce that as a solo player, and it doesn't work as well as you'd like, but we'll do what we can do. So we recorded it, we tracked it for On So Thin a Line, came out on that record. We had the wonderful Lee Morgan, who's a phenomenal blues player and singer and harmonica player, came in and sang harmonies on it and played some harp over it. Just a wonderful, wonderful, sweet guy. Let me play his gorgeous Gibson on that record as well. Just a great dude. He played on a couple of tracks that record, and we were very blessed to have him. I'm pretty pleased with the recording of that album in general. I think it's maybe the first thing I ever made that kind of was real. And I miss those guys, and I miss that time, and it's going to be 1,000,000 degrees for the next 6 to 8 months here in Texas, so summer is going to feel like forever for sure. So I thought I would talk about that song a little bit, so I hope that you've learned a little something that maybe you cared about and maybe you don't. We're going to have the song video up here as well. There will be, if you go to my Patreon, patreon.com/JamesHearneMusic, and sign up there will be a downloadable MP3 of the song, which you can download and take with you if you want. Otherwise, you can just hear it on this video here. So without further ado, here is my today's version of Summer Feels Like Forever. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you at the next shows. Be safe, be kind. Summer feels like forever. Sundays, sunburns unkind, waiting for night to deliver us hours away from their eyes. Summer feels like forever. September, so far away. Sweat down your spine makes me shiver. Leads my good intentions all astray. Ooh, 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 ooh. Summer feels like forever. Breeze through trees breaks the calm. Shadows growing long
side.